Previously on ALC201.
Amalia, you're from Norway and you've got really interesting cross-cultural perspective on this. How have you found the Australian political process?
Well, as we talked about earlier, I'm really surprised about how you advertise your political parties, and actually kind of shocked of how you focus on the negative things of other parties instead of focusing on the positive things of, and what you can do to improve Australia and, your country. I find that really surprising.
We were talking about the Julia Gillard misogyny speech and this issue of sexism more broadly. How do you think digital media has sort of been implicated in that?
I think digital media has been useful in helping, in sharing the misogyny speech that Julia Gillard gave to Tony Abbott. Because people don't generally watch Parliament, so I think it's been useful for the greater public to watch it and see it. And I think it's been useful in that it's brought up the topic of misogyny in politics for women, and I think been positive in that a lot of people have agreed with what she's had to say, similar to the interview that she had where a radio host questioned her husband's sexuality.
Comments about that probably went viral fairly quickly as well, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely, because that was on the news and radio as well, and you can definitely watch that on YouTube, etc. Yeah, so I think for that reason, digital media was definitely positive in at least showing inequality in government, but I don't know necessarily whether it's caused much change either.
This meLecture is rated M for mature audiences. It contains scenes of stupidity. It has been approved for use in ALC201. If you are under 15 years old, turn off the video now. Please do not try this at home. Hi everyone, welcome to meLecture 7. I'm recording today from inside a seminar for my tutorial, my seminar at 5 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday. My students are busily at work at the moment, so I'm just going to make a few announcements about what's happening this week, what's happened over the weekend, which has been fantastic. We had a field trip to the Jewish Holocaust Centre. Thank you again so much to all those people who could participate. It was a fantastic day, and thank you again to all the Holocaust survivors who came to speak to us and so on. It went really, really well. If you want to catch up on some of the field trip, see the highlights, I'm going to edit together and upload on YouTube a highlights video, just a short one, showing you what happened during the day for those people who couldn't make it but are still interested nonetheless. Another reason I'm leaving this meLecture quite short this week is that I gave a full lecture on new media and museums in the lecture theatre, and it's been recorded on the iLecture system as usual, the Echo system. Please do make sure you visit that this week. The reason being mostly, apart from the fact that I talked about the topic a lot, the first 20 minutes was dedicated to general feedback about the Module 1 exercise, and also that feedback was geared in relation to advice for the next exercise, which is coming up very, very soon. So I strongly recommend that you have a look at the iLecture recording this week to catch up. Basically, this video is to point you in the direction of various videos. I'm going to make public some of the videos I used in the lecture itself, because they won't be all that clear in the iLecture recording. And so you can see my virtual tour through the Melbourne Museum's Sea Life exhibition.
And also, I didn't get to show this in the lecture, but there was a really interesting launch by the education director at the centre, Zvi Sivens, at the Jewish Holocaust Centre. He launched earlier this year the app for iPads and iPhones, and it was really, really interesting seeing him talk to a group of students as well as a group of Holocaust survivors. And you can see the messages about memory, how memories used to be transferred and how they really almost need to be transferred today. So make sure you have a look at that too. I'm also going to upload a recording with Philip Meisel, part of which I showed an edited version at the field trip, and you'll get the whole version if you'd like to have a look at that. Philip tells his story and then reflects as the head of the Testimonies Department, who has been recently digitising the recording over the last 25 years, over 1,300 survivor video testimonies. So you can see the edited version of that, but also the full version if you'd like to experience a more in-depth experience of watching a Holocaust survivor's story. The last few announcements now. Remember that next week is application week. You've already been applying, and hopefully you've already been applying video editing or sound editing for your Module 2 exercise coming up. So you've been applying yourselves with digital media as it stands for some time now. But this next week is no lecture, no seminars, no readings, just a chance for you to get through the assessment and really work on things, just as my students right now are really working hard. The last point is that there is an extension on the group project, the Collaborative Digital Media Project. You have an extension until Friday the 27th of September. It was the Monday of that week, so it is now the Friday of that week. Please note that, please tell all the rest of your group members, and therefore you are rewarded for watching this meLecture, and that was announced at the field trip as well, so most people should know about that by now. Well, that's about all I've got for next week. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Good job. Last few announcements now. Next week is application week. As you've already been doing in this unit, you've already been applying yourselves to digital media, so make sure you...
Oh! Too pointy!
Good job. I might have to start that bit again.